Hey guys, this is GutsyCanuck here, bringing you another cast. It's been a while since I've done one. Been very busy, so this one is very long, at least over an hour, so hopefully it's a good one. And with that being said, we'll just get started right away. So, there we go. Let's change the fog back to both teams. And we're off. So, looks like we have an Undying pick for the Radiant already. This is AP, not sure the skill of this game, probably just normal. It's just an average pub game, so we'll see what happens. We've got Timbersaw for the Dire. I like Undying. Undying's a very aggressive pick. Most likely we won't see a tri-lane in this AP, especially if it's normal skill, but could still be possible. Windrunner and Invoker coming up for the Radiant. We've got a Enchantress for the Dire. So I like these picks. We've got a mid, an offlaner, possibly a support Windrunner for the Radiant. Windrunner and Undying with an aggressive carry hero could be a possibility if they do go the tri-lane. For the Dire, we've got Timbersaw, Enchantress. That's probably going to be an offlane Timber. I doubt it'll be a mid. Although he is okay against Invoker middle lane. We're going to have a repick on that Enchantress. Pudge is being picked, so that will not be a middle Timbersaw. That's going to be a middle Pudge. And I'm actually not liking the Pudge pick because although Pudge is okay against Invoker, he usually doesn't win the lane, so we'll have to see how that turns out. We've also got Ember Spirit, Outworld Devourer, and Timbersaw being picked. Well, we've always had Timbersaw, but we get the Outworld Devourer and the Ember Spirit picked up for the Dire. Looks like he's heading top. Actually, Ember Spirit's a pretty good mid hero. I don't know how good he is against Invoker. I'd probably say he's just as effective as Pudge is, so I guess Pudge is the... Honestly, I'd put OD mid against Invoker. He's just going to destroy. There's not a lot of heroes that could beat OD, but the Dire does have a lot of heroes to choose from to go mid, so we'll see what they do. Meanwhile, on the Radiant, we do have Weaver as the carry. SK, nice pickup. So if we're going to see dual lanes, we already know that Windrunner's going top. I doubt they'll try. It would be good if they tried. Looks like they're going to swap the heroes, the Radiant. But if they do dual lanes, it'll probably be Weaver and I'd put Undying bottom. I think SK, Windrunner are pretty safe at top lane. Maybe even do like Windrunner, Weaver at top, and then you could have like Undying SK bot. Meanwhile, we've got Timbersaw and the Dire at bottom lane, already putting up a ward. So, supportish Timbersaw, he will be in a dual lane with the OD, and they will throw Pudge mid. As much as Pudge is a really good mid hero, like that's pretty much his only lane, I would have put OD mid. He's probably going to beat Invoker a lot easier than Pudge will. But either way, Invoker doing a pretty decent block here. That range creep, really hard to not block. He usually gets by, but either way, the lane will be a little bit in Invoker's favor for middle lane here. Check out top. We've got Ember Spirit and Earthshaker. Windrunner is actually by herself. Are they doing a try? No, they're not. They're just doing some weird rotations. Looks like they want to gank mid, which is totally possible. Does he have his Tombstone? No, he leveled Decay first, but he's got that stun. Pudge could see them. I'm pretty sure Pudge just saw them. I think they're a little too obvious there, so Pudge is playing it very safe. Because that's the Radiant's ward right here. The Dire's got these two wards at bot, so this one's blocking the camp. This one's doing... This is actually some decent warding and decent early game plays, so this may be a high matchmaking game. Weaver going to be using his Shikuki, trying to do a little bit of harassed OD. OD not in range to use the Astral Imprisonment. Bam. I got that right. There we go. Now he is. Timber is actually getting the last hit, so this is kind of like a support OD. This is kind of weird. Because these two are very farm reliant. Whereas at top lane, Jhin is, but Earthshaker not so much. Either way, they do manage to kill Pudge in middle lane. Undying gets it. And they're just going to rotate bot. So it looks like they will be doing a tri-lane. This is really... I'm really liking this. Putting up this ward too to help Invoker out for mid. A little bit of trash talk there from Undying. But either way, we'll see how this goes. Weaver has like no mana, barely any HP. It's great that they're bringing this tri-lane down here. Meanwhile, I missed another kill at top with Earthshaker on the Windranger. and a little bit of trash talk there, but either way, they will get the OD down here. Nice decay from Undying. So a lot of kills already happening. Wind Ranger dying up here is not the greatest thing ever, but it's not a huge burden. Earthshaker did get the kill, so saving up some mana. Meanwhile, Illusion and bot, a lot of roaming from this Undying. I'm really liking it. He's even going mid. There's the Sunstrike. Easily knocks off Pudge, so he didn't have a chance. However, Pudge does manage to kill Invoker. That was kind of a cool effect when Invoker was killed. Either way, back up here top, Jhin taking a lot of damage. I know he's Ember Spirit, but I'm pretty much going to be calling him Jhin for a while, so I'll do my best. I need to look at the minimap a bit better, though. Try not to miss some kills. I think I missed every kill, like, not actually seen it. I missed the gank at mid and everything. Yeah, you know what? Let's redo. Let's go back in time. Because I want to be able to see some of them, so I'll just speed it up. And we'll just see what happens.
The battle begins.
So Jhin grabs the Illusion Invis, which they don't get the kill right away. It's these guys who get the kill, so I'll slow it down. So they park up here. I want to be able to see these. He's keeping it back. The lane's pushed. Pudge is really smart for staying back here when the lane is pushed this far. I'm pretty sure he saw them coming too. So that's another indication. But either way, he still does die. So let's try and see if we could get that on camera. So we've got Pudge still staying back. Undying's very patient from Undying. Now Pudge is going to go up. Undying, I think he could see you, Undying. You need to be really careful. There goes a hook. Oh, and then Pudge persists. Okay, and there goes the decay. He's already rotted himself to death. And look at this, SK from the other side. No chance for Pudge. That was just really unfortunate. Now the other kill was top? Pretty sure it was top. So there's the Earthshaker slam. Look at that block. Yeah, there's no chance. Especially with the fiery Bolas. No chance for Windrunner. She's gonna pop a Sal, but look at the burn. The burn is, I mean, she's still getting the Sal, but the burn just pretty much canceled that. So she's, yeah, no chance for her. So I'm just gonna speed forward to where we previously were, which was not here, not there either. Because whoa, there's a lot of kills that happen. All right, so we'll just stick to here. This is where we kind of were. OD getting dead. And then Undying passes this, so we're a little behind. There's a hook from Pudge. That's, I guess, how he kills Invoker. And there goes the Cold Snap. He's going to back out. I'm actually not sure how he dies here. I guess it's just a creep aggro. Yeah, it is. Maybe even the tower. So that kills him. Yeah, he dies to creeps in the tower. Dying goes mid. Wind Ranger need to be a little bit careful, especially with that Earthshaker block. Like, you want to stay in the middle as close as possible, but even then, like, if you're standing here and he's here and he gets a shake like that, you're still trapped. You could go down that way, but worst case scenario, you're here, he stuns like this, you're trapped. So it's usually not good to stay on the outside of a lane when you're against an Earthshaker, because in case if he does that. But either way, they're going top. There's some great rotations from the Radiant. I'm really liking this. So there goes Invoker using his Cold Snap. The Sunstrike, beautiful damage. He's out of here. There goes Jhin. Jhin actually being a little too aggressive. Doesn't have any healing items, so if he lives this, he's going to have to go back to base. He's bolting. Invoker's really trying to get that last hit. Beautiful last hit. There was the power shot just in case. And we also had Undying. Great roaming by the Radiant. I'm really liking this. And there's a little bit too much trash talking, though. That's a little bit distracting, but either way. Null Talisman on Outworld Devour. We've got just a Stout Shield on Timbersaw. Pudge, Bottle Boots, Invoker. Should have some nice items. There's the Null and Boots, so. Doesn't have his bottle yet. He can almost afford it. 640 gold. These wards are still halfway through.
Top tower
making full use and potential. They're trying to go for this Weaver. Weaver being a little aggressive there, but he's alright. That's Shakuki's level 2, so. It's got a nice duration. Meanwhile, they're going for Pudge again. He's having a really hard time in mid. That's why I was saying OD should probably go mid. He's just a lot better against Timber. And for ganking, I mean, he's not as safe as Pudge is. No, sorry. He's pretty much, like, he doesn't have an escape, and Pudge really doesn't either, so they're kind of on the same level in terms of escaping ganks, but that Astral Imprisonment is kind of helpful. You could maybe deke a stun with it, maybe a decay. So, Pudge getting really punished here in middle lane. But on the bright side, oh no, that's not a bright side, because OD's getting punished bot too, so the Radiant's really benefiting at the moment. There goes OD, Astral Imprisonment again. I thought that was a hero, but it's not. Okay, random text glitch. Either way. Windranger just harassing Jhin. There goes the power shot. Nice. Hits on Q.
Radiant's bottom tower
Pudge needs to be really careful. It's bad enough that it's Invoker. Like, Invoker could deal with Pudge pretty well, but the minute you got, like, SKs and stuff running wild also, it's never good to be a Pudge in mid. And because OD's dying bot, it really stresses that he should have went mid. But either way, Undying being a little bit aggressive here, might even fall. There goes the Tombstone. He's trying to do as much. He knows he's dead, but he's just trying to get as much damage as possible. Possibly get a kill. There goes the Sunstrike. A little too premature there. Timber's even going to live that too, so bonus for the Dire. That Tombstone actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. SK roaming a little too late. He does see the Timber Saw, but either way, we've got Windranger. A little bit of an engagement up here. Undying's rotated. I love the Radiant's rotations, especially for a pub game. This is really rare. They have no Vision of Earthshaker in here, but he needs to be careful. Okay, he's going to stun just to try and get out of there. Watch the Shackle. Oh my goodness, there goes a nice Shackle. Decay, follow up with the Power Shot. There goes another Soul Rip. So he's in trouble. He might actually fall here. Just one more Power Shot, one more Decay. He's got Decay in 1 second, and that's dead. He's not even going to use it. He's going to save it. So Windranger gets the kill. Meanwhile, down at bot, Pudge running for his life again. We've got Timber trying to back him up as best as he can. There's no Destroyer here, or Devourer. He's getting last hits, competing with Weaver, who currently has 7 last hits, 1 denied. We've got 10 on the Outworld Devourer, so he's actually doing really good in terms of last hitting. But Weaver is by himself bot. He's just getting the odd rotation from his team. Pudge going back. Yeah, Pudge, he doesn't even have level 6, does he? Okay, he does have level 6, he just got it. But that's not the greatest situation you want. Getting level 6 at, like, 6-7 minute mark is not very good. Meanwhile, okay, Weaver just got a kill on OD. But, meanwhile, on the Invoker, we've got level 7 Invoker. So, he's quite ahead. Still running the Sunstrike Cold Snap. Arc Boots on Timbersaw. Ring of Aquila on Weaver. Ooh, that's a lot. Energy booster. Earthshaker's looking pretty good for the Dire support. That's going to be on Arc Boots anytime soon. Sorry, I think I said Arc Boots originally. Where's this Pudge? I can't find him. There he is. He was up here going for Windranger, who's pretty low and actually might die here, depending on how Jin's going to do this. Oh, she took the wrong way. Ooh, still not dead. That's not max. He went for Flame Guard, which is actually standard, but it's going to cost him for it. Outworld Devourer at bottom gets a kill on Weaver. I did miss that. I'm missing a lot of kills. This is not my day. But either way, Undying's trying to go for this Pudge. Pudge is actually looking pretty okay. There goes the Sunstrike, though. There's no chance for Pudge. Undying will fall here, but this Pudge is really having a hard time. Jhin now, the next target, does have a Ring of Health, but it's not helping him out here with this burst damage from Invoker. Beautiful Alacrity. Just too much damage going out of this Invoker. He's got his Stone. There goes SK. Might be able to stun. Oh, SK, you should have saved your teammate. Uh-oh. He couldn't, though. No mana. So, good job by Timbersaw with that rotation. Visibility on Earthshaker. There's a lot of kills and roaming going on. I can't even keep up. There's more than in a Captain's Mode game, so this is a really well played all picks. So they do have vision of this SK here. Pudge is going to try and get a hook. Totally misses on that hook. Should have been a little more patient there. But either way, he's going to get the ult off. There's the stun by Earthshaker. A little premature on the stun, but either way, they do burst him down pretty quickly. OD, 17 last hits. Weaver, 12. So OD's winning in last hits considering he is... How many deaths? Oh, he's 2-2. That's actually not bad, so... He's in a good spot. Invoker's in a great spot. And Dying, he's okay too. But the Dire's not doing as horrible as I thought. It's really only the Pudge being 2-5, just dying to Invoker yet again. Timbersaw's going to fall up here to Undying. But yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be for the Dire. It's literally only Pudge who's on the downside. with Invoker on the upside. But, you know, Invoker, he could actually get really dangerous with a lot of kills, but we'll see. So far, it's mainly just Sun Strikes and auto attacks, so we'll see how his actual micro in the mid game goes with, you know, Meatball and EMP and stuff like that. The very, I guess you could say, skillful abilities. Sunstrike is skillful landing it, but it's pretty basic. You don't go it all game. You go the more utility abilities later on. Pudge putting up a ward. I'm not sure if he saw that SK because the ward was up here. I don't think he did. Either way, he's going to get that haste. I don't think SK has vision of that, but either way, they're going for Earthshaker. That Sunstrike does miss, but he's dead either way with the Weaver bug. And there goes SK. Just make sure to get the last hit. 3 bottom. We've also got 2 bottom for the Dire. They're going to back up, though. Pudge should maybe hide in the trees here. Exactly what he's going to try and do for when this push comes, because yellow's here too, blue's here too. This is going to most likely be a 5-man push out of the Radiant. And there's only 2 of them here. Pudge might even hook from here. A good spot is in this right there, maybe a bit there. They've got to be pretty much here, or he's not going to get the hook. His hook is only level... I can't click on him. Level 3, so it's even got shorter range. It's probably only going to hit this Wind Ranger. No, he didn't even get that. Let's check out that range. Yeah, it's literally at the crevice there. Earthshaker. Whoa, sorry about the camera move. Does manage to get a kill. And I'm supposed to hide this. What am I doing? There we go. So there they go. Undying using a Soul Rip trying to heal up. Invoker. There goes the Meatball. We've got a beautiful ult by OD, but it's not good enough. Pudge running away with the haste rune. That's 2 down for the Dire. Radiant hasn't suffered any casualties. We're going to have Jhin trying to teleport in. Meanwhile, Pudge being chased by Weaver, but Weaver's got no backup and no mana either. He probably has enough for just like 1 or 2 more Shikukis. Yeah, he's in trouble. He needs to... There we go. There's the Shikuki. So, Radiant doing a great job at pressuring. Pudge trying to get the hook, misses. He's got wards though, so he's spending his gold wisely considering the situation he's in, which is very dire, I guess you could say. Timber using his chain, trying to catch up to this Undying. Not really reading him well, but either way, he's dead. Beautiful saw thingamajig that I don't know. Nice hook by Pudge. Finally gets one. Does not get the ult off because he doesn't have the mana for it. Weaver's going to go for him. Oh, no, Pudge. You can't die anymore. Invoker, do you have a Sunstrike? Let's check this out. Yes, you do. So he's probably just waiting, but either way, Weaver's going to get the kill. He was running with him, too. These 2 should be able to live. These 3 are pretty far away, depending on how Earthshaker's going to get the stun off. They're taking a little predictable of a path. He doesn't have Shikuki anymore. Oh, I don't think... Okay, that was bad stun timing. But here comes the Bolas. He should die here. No Bolas! Weaver, you might have a chance. He has no mana. He's just purely walking. He's got to watch out. Here comes the stun. 5 seconds for a stun. There's also Astral. They need to make sure not to screw this up. There goes the Astral. He's got to time this properly. Come on, Earthshaker. Get the timing. He's not even going to do it. They're just going to... There we go. Now he gets it. But that was a little overextending. Invoker's going to try and punish him for this. Not able to get the kill on OD. He doesn't have vision either, so he's not going to be able to Sunstrike him. They're going in. There goes a beautiful shackle by Windrunner. Nice hook by Pudge. We're getting the hooks in from Pudge now. It does manage to kill Windrunner. It's just Undying versus these 2, 3, 4. There goes SK. They're going back in. This is going back and forth, but we have 2 down for the Radiant, 1 for the Dire. Pudge is going to fall here, unable to suicide himself. Undying did slow down from the Astral Imprisonment, though. These 2 should be able to get away because of the tower. Yeah, they're fine. Holy moly, lots of action. So, we had 2 Radiant fall there, just 1 Dire. We then picked off another person on the Dire, so I'd say it was pretty even. But the Radiant's still in the lead here. They've got some excellent rotations. I cannot congrats them enough. Undying, a little bit of an overextension there. Warding's doing okay. We've got 2 wards right here for both teams, or 1 each for both teams. We got this one up here for the Radiant, making 2. We were farming pretty hard, working on that Lincoln Sphere. 20 minutes is the most ideal time possible. Like, you could obviously get it earlier, but if you get at 20 minutes, that's usually a good sign. It looks like he's going for his tread, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unless he gets a bunch of kills or something. Farm-wise, he's not going to get at 20 minutes. Maybe 22 at earliest, 25. Probably seems like the time he's going to be getting that at. Pudge still only a bottle and boots. He's really suffering. But he is starting to land some hooks a bit better. He's 3 to 7 at the moment. He just needs to be a little bit more patient. You don't want to rush things with Pudge. You could do that when the situation comes. Does manage the hooker. There goes the ult. Windrunner's dead here. Meanwhile, Timbersaw gets a kill at bottom. So the Dire's pulling ahead. Timber almost having his Bloodstone. He's even got that Ring of Basilius, so his mana regen's alright. He's got the Arc Boots, the Wand. He's doing really well, actually. His last hits are 41. I think he's one of the top ones for last hits. He's 4-1 in kills. So let's check out these last hits. Yes, he is. He is the top for his team at the moment. Jin actually slightly behind with okay last hits. Weaver's doing really bad in terms of last hitting.
Under attack.
So he's got to watch out. Needs to really watch out there, too. Timbers could probably chop him down pretty easily, especially with the Arcane Boots. Got a rotation here from the Dire, Pudge, and Earthshaker going for Weaver. Weaver's better not use that Shikuki. Okay, now he should know there's trouble. Oh, bursted down way before Windranger could teleport here. Now she needs to be a little bit careful because Pudge is here. They do have vision. Windranger, you need... Oh, perfect. Pudge did miss that, so that was alright. But he still has ult. She needs to watch it. She does get caught by the ult. Not a lot Undying can do here. Does he have his tomb? Yes, he does. He should have probably popped that up ages ago. He's going to pop it up now, but that's a little too late. If you popped that up 5 seconds ago, you would have had a bunch of zombies on them by now. But they're still doing their work. There goes the ult by Earthshaker. I'm trying to watch this over here too. Timber should be fine. Undying really trying to make something happen here. He's got Arc Boots, but look at that. Look at that path destruction. He can't do anything but run. And actually, he's living. But Pudge, do you have a hook? Yes, you do. You do kill him. SK with the ult. Goes back in. Earthshaker low on HP. There goes the zombies. They're finally doing some work here. Look at that stack of zombies on Timber. He's getting mega slowed. But he's got that Timber Chain. He still has 4 magic wand charges. He should be fine. He's going to pop them. Going to get that Timber Chain now. And he's bolting. But Weaver's still chasing. He's got full mana, full HP. He wants revenge here. He smells blood in the water. But not going to be able to get it thanks to that reactive armor. Well played by Timber. Timber's doing an excellent job on the Dire. He's probably... Him and Jin. Jin was... Wait, Jin got a lot of kills at top, didn't he? No, he didn't. He's 1-2. So, but in terms of last hits, he's got some good last hits. So maybe we'll see something happen there. There goes the Meatball and everything else from Invoker. Oh my goodness. Wait, Timber didn't go back to base? Ooh, that's not good. So Invoker caught him out. He pays with his life for that one. Invoker's still top for CS at the moment. And he's got that combo off. He's got Yules and Blinks. So he's a really dangerous Invoker at the moment. Pretty much anyone who he sees is going to die. And die painfully. So beautiful. I don't even know what fissure. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. Beautiful fissure from Earthshaker, just helping to delay the thing. Weaver using his Shikuki, trying to get out their SK, sticking around. They kind of want to fight this, but I wouldn't. There's 3 of them here. No backups coming. There's a beautiful hook by Pudge. Your Shikuki's gonna end too. You're in big trouble. Do they see you? Yes, they do. Earthshaker, unable to get the stun. There goes a Sunstrike that does miss. Here comes backup. He should be fine. They need to watch it when they persist. They do have uphill advantage, but they need to be a little bit cautious here. They don't want to like walk up here because this is the Radiance territory. Nice hook from Pudge. Does he have backup? No, not yet, but his backup's coming. He needs to watch out. There goes OD. Do you have the ult OD? Yes, you do. So there we go. He will drop the ult. Uses his Astral Imprisonment to deep that. And nice. This is turning out pretty good for the Dire. They're at pretty low HP. Earthshaker's most likely going to die here. He's trying to make sure SK stands back, but the minute the stun happens, he's dead. And that zombie's actually making some hard work. Bam, there goes the stun. That's good. Back up here, we check out Invoker versus everyone. He does manage to kill the OD, but is he going to kill these guys? Look at all these Undyings. They're doing some heavy damage. Timber was going to try and help his team out, but that's 4 down for the Radiant, and they only killed 2 or 3 of the Dire. I'm not sure if anyone bought back there, so... no, it doesn't look like it. So they only got 2 of the Dire. So the Dire, big victory for the Dire there. They really needed that. I was worried about the Dire going up here and fighting, but Pudge hooking, even though it actually didn't cost Pudge's life, but Pudge hooking I thought would have been a bad thing, but it actually forced the Radiant to go here, which with kiting eventually led them up into the no man's zone that they basically wanted the Dire to go up. Sorry, the Radiant. I don't know if I said that right. The Radiant got hooked. They all came in to try and save their buddy. And when the battles start dragging up here, that's in favor of the Dire. So I think that hook essentially led to the team fight that the Dire really wanted, which was on their uphill ground rather than the Radiance. Either way. Pudge going for that Force Staff. Jin, Battle Fury. Not the greatest item. I know people are getting it on him. It's usually Desolate or Battle Fury people get on Ember Spirit.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower is
I don't know.
under
I'm not really in agreement to it. I don't think you need a lot of farm to be
structures are
successful with
fortified.
this guy. More utility items might work. You can maybe play him a bit supportish. I don't know. He's not Earth Spirit, but Battle Fury's... in terms of farm heroes, they've got okay ones. Timber's good. You know, OD does great with farm too. I don't think they necessarily need the Battle Fury in this case scenario. But if he was kind of the only person that could be a carry, then sure, go for it. Windrunner down here bot, doing a little kite jungling here. Not leveling the ult, that's very smart. Not sure what she's going. Could be a sheep stick. That'd be a pretty early sheep stick. But it's good to start working on it right away, especially if your team's in an okay situation, which they are. It's 20 minutes in the game. This Weaver does not have his Lincolns as predicted. He does have an Aquila and Power Treads, but he's going to be working on that Lincolns. But it's like I said, 25 minutes is probably going to be his prime time for it, and I don't even think that'll happen. Might be 30, even 35. Dire, two of them top. This tower's still alive. They're probably going to push it in. They've also got Earthshaker if they need some backup. This ward of theirs is going to fall off soon, but they do have vision of that invisibility rune. Meanwhile, the Radiant trying to make some kills happen down here, but they're going to go for Timber. Timber, I don't think he knows about these guys. There's no wards around, so he's going to back up, but looks like they kind of back away. They don't persist. Blink Dagger on SK. We've got a Blink on Earthshaker now. So the two supports on each team, the two big ult supports, both have their Blink Daggers. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. Missed another kill at top. Ember Spirit did manage to kill Undying, but looks like the zombies get revenge. 2 for 2. Pudge also fell too, along with Invoker somewhere. I guess Invoker died. I thought I saw him up here. That was weird. I'm not going to go back. I just got to watch the minimap a little bit better. 3 of the Radiant. What's Weaver's? We already saw Weaver's items. Who have we not seen in terms of items, really? Timber Saw does have that Bloodstone now. That's 8 charges. Will it go up or down? We'll see. Undying now with the mech. Is there a mech for the Radiant? I don't think there is. OD is probably the best person on this team to go mech. Earthshaker is another possibility, but I think OD with mech is strong. He's got his 4 staff. So I think normally you go mech before 4 staff, but I still think if he went mech, it would be really beneficial to his team. Battle Fury on the Jhin, 21-minute Battle Fury, that's alright. He can take this into a farm before if he has to. Nice stun by Earthshaker, Blink stun. Just letting them know that he's a threat. I have Blink, don't make me ult you.
Double damage.
In terms of what the team should be doing right now, I think both have potential for doing 5-man pushes. I think that'd be really interesting. There has been a lot of like 5-man fights going on and a lot of roaming. DD on Undying with Invis. This is not going to be good for Jhin. He does have his ult for an escape, but look at these stun locks. Oh my goodness, even the tombstone. They just want to burst him down. Instantly burst before he could get out of there.
Oh wait, no, it couldn't.
But in terms of 5-man, I think both teams have good 5-man push potential. I think that's why they're not really doing it at the moment until they get pickoffs. Like, the Radiant just picked off Jhin, so now they're going to do their 5-man push in mid. Well, it's 4. They've got Weaver here, but Timber's bot too, so... Do they have a glyph? Nope. So that's going to fall. Timber making sure to get the last hit. Pudge missing on that hook. So tier 1's down, but if they could get this tier 2, it's going to be worth it for the Radiant. But as I said, both teams have 5-man push potential, especially with their 2 core ult supports, both having Blink. This makes it really scary.
Dire's top tower is
I'm glad the Radiant's making an initiative to do the pushes, because I think that in a sense, offense is kind of like a good defense, so I want to say whoever's more offensive usually has a little bit of an advantage. But then again, you could have those defensive points. It's really hard to say. Pudge missing the hook. His hook accuracy isn't good. I'd say he's probably landing about 20 to 30% of his hooks. Not even. They will get this kill on Undying, though. Misses on the hook. Good rot. He's rotting early at a nice timing. A lot of people usually wait till they get the ult off. Or until the hook actually lands. But he's doing good. There we go. Dire's now going to be the one doing the 5-man push. They got the pickoffs, so they're going to push. So both teams are playing really smart. Rather than just 5-on-5, they're waiting for pickoffs before they do pushes. Nice shackle by Windrunner on the Timber, but I don't think SK is going to live that either way. Undying had to use an ult there. Jin's actually taking huge damage. Beautiful ult by Earthshaker. I love the blink and everything. No chance for the Radiant there. Pudge even going for Windrunner. Gets the ult off, but that's a nice shackle by Windrunner. Does she have Force Staff? She doesn't, but she is trying to get out there. No, there's no chance. Undying with the Tombstone might be able to kill Pudge, especially because he's leaving that rod on. Deny yourself. Nope, not going to happen. But they're trying to kill this Undying. He's actually tanking it up. Look at these Undyings. They might just change this fight. 4 of the Radiant are down, but I think Undying's going to make the plays of the day right here. He will get one of them. Timber taking a little bit of damage. Earthshaker, how are you doing down here? Trying to avoid the clones, but your days are outnumbered. So Undying, look at this tankiness. It's the decays. They're just wrecking the Radiant. I mean the Dire. Excellent job by Undying's tomb there. Honestly, if it wasn't for that tomb, that fight would have totally went for the Dire and they would have pushed that tower. Even under low HP and the low respawn timing on the Radiant, I think they could have bursted down that tower with 4 of the Radiant being down. That was well played on both teams' parts. Mostly Undying for the Radiant, but the Dire in general as a team did really well. The Blink ult by Earthshaker was just phenomenal. He even followed it up with an excellent Fissure. Windrunner did a nice shackle to escape there, but the Astral Imprisonment pretty much just sealed her fate. Pudge could have denied himself there. There was no way he was living that, so he probably just should have. With the Tombstone being there, you just can't walk away from that, especially in the position he was. You were near a tower. There was the tomb. You had bad guys here. You were just not in a good spot. Meanwhile, Weaver. Let's check out what he's doing if I could click on him. He's getting close to that linkage, but ooh, you need to watch it. Don't be too aggressive. There goes Earthshaker. He's nope, not timed properly, so Weaver should be fine. Wards are still very fluent from both teams. I'm really liking this game, especially for a pub. I'm gonna say this is high on Mamar. There's no way this is normal. They won't be doing that. There goes Undying. He's Invis again, and he doesn't have Shadow Blade. He's just getting some nice Invis runes. Trying to burst him down, but Jin interrupting this whole process. He's even gonna escape. He should be fine. SK does have blink though in a couple seconds if they decide to pursue this. He's not gonna blink, but he's gonna keep following. There he goes. Now he's blinking. Doesn't get a stun. Astral Imprisonment by OD. Nice Force Staff to escape. Pudge needs to watch it. He's being a little aggressive here. SK in a bad spot. No, he's done. Beautiful Fissure from Earthshaker. Meanwhile, we've got Timber trying to chase down this Invoker, not reaching him with his Chakram. Undying, no mana. He's actually in big trouble if Pudge lands this hook properly. Timber, you need to not be in the way. He's figured that out. Pudge, get the hook. He's got the hook. He's just got to land it. He's got to figure out where he is. But the more longer he waits, the more this guy has a chance to deke. I'm not even going to watch the other fight. I want to see this hook happen. There it goes. He finally gets it. Uses the ult. No ult. No ult. No ult. Use ult. Use ult. He's just going to try and run him down. No, he's going to make sure he gets the kill. So, Undying does fall. Meanwhile, Weaver... Oh, I missed that. Shikuki. No, deke him, deke him. Ooh, I think OD did get vision. He knows. Pudge trying to hook. Not going to work. They completely misread him. Nice juke by Weaver. That's 1 for 1. Earthshaker for an Undying. Honestly, even though SK's ult's really important, I think Tombstone for the Radiant is even more important. It pretty much has the same equivalency of, like, contribution to team fights and everything. Pudge placing a ward. That's kind of a weird spot. Placing it here would give you, like, all this vision. This gives you some nice pathway vision, and even down here, but I don't know. I think placing it here would have been smart. Either way, they do have wards on the map. The Radiant currently does not have wards on the map. Yeah, what are the teams going to be doing in terms of getting some concrete and actual damage done here? Nice reaction by Invoker. They don't have detection. I already know that. I've been seeing their inventory. No dust. They probably will start picking up dust. Earthshaker most likely. Maybe Pudge even. And one with Force Staff's good with dust too. OD could get a dust. Just Force Staff in. If
Radiant's top
you think that
tower
they're a little overextending you. Timbersaw trying to get out here. He has 12 Bloodstone charges, so he really doesn't want to die. He's also got the HUD too for survivability. There goes the zombies, but he only got 1 on him, not even. So Timber's going to be fine. Bloodstone's starting to rack up for him. Last hits. Jin is now in the lead thanks to that Battle Fury. He's got a Maelstrom, so he's getting some nice farm here.
Regeneration.
Meanwhile, we've got a fight up here. Timber in a bad spot. I don't know. Oh, beautiful ult by Earthshaker. Just incinerates those two. It was looking pretty bad there, but the Dire managed to react accordingly, so they're going to go for that Tombstone when time's out. Meanwhile, OD. Oh, nice hook by Pudge. Pudge is starting to land these hooks, but look at this SK ult. That's a lot of damage to the Dire. Can the Radiant turn this around? Invoker's using the meatball. He's throwing out the shockwave, or whatever the heck you call it. Deafening blast. The nice shackle by Windrunner. This is good, but the Radiant's still taking huge casualties here. Invoker to blink out. Windrunner, not a lot of mana, but she does have a stun if she has to use it. Needs to deke this Pudge hook. This is very important. There goes Timber trying to force her around. She really doesn't have a lot of options. She's done. There's no chance for her there. Nope. Will they be able to kill this Pudge? Yes, they will. Timbersaw still pretty tanked. Misses on the chain. Can he get Invoker? Nice cold stab from Invoker. He's still got Blink too. I think Invoker's going to be fine. He just needs to deke this. He's deking perfectly. Unable to deke properly though. He does get shot down from the Timber chain. 17 Bloodstone charges on this Timbersaw. Look at his regen. He's going to be at full HP in less than like 20 seconds.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is crazy. Radiant's starting to take some heavy casualties now. You know what? I'm totally giving credit to Timber and Earthshaker. You know, OD's had some great imprisonments, and Jin's been doing obviously good too with all of his abilities, his sleight of fist and everything. But I have to give Pudge some credit. He was having a really hard time early game. He's finally starting to land some hooks. Look at this. The Radiant can't even react. They totally went back in for kind of like a counter gank, and it totally just messed up for them. 19 charges on this Bloodstone for Timbersaw. He's got 3,800 gold. That's a pipe. He's probably not even going to do pipe. He's going to do like... Okay, he's just going to sell that 4K cash. That's like a heart. Yeah, I just start working on heart. You don't need a pipe in this situation. They have okay magical damage. You know, SK ult, Undying Tombstone, Windrunner Power Shot and stuff. Whatever. But Heart's definitely the better choice in this scenario. Invoker picking up that Scepter. He's actually, I think, the only one doing great on his team. 14 kills, 6 deaths. We've got 10 kills, 2 deaths on Timber, though. So, and the Radiant isn't ahead. Look at this. Pudge is finally caught up. He's doing really well. Ever since he started landing hooks, and he's being a little bit more aggressive than passive. He had to be passive early game, though. He was getting ganked all left, right, and center. But now it's his time to shine, and it's paying off. He's not doing godlike hooks, but the fact that he's landing them now is really beneficial to his team. Timber's going to try and go into this. Nice Yules to stop that Timber chain. Misses on the stun, though. They need to watch out, because all the Dire's here. The Dire has wards, too, so this is why they know about this. The Radiant doesn't have wards, so they have no idea. They're a little bit in the dark here. And misses on the hook. Honestly, the Radiant, they know that the Dire is going to be pushing. They should just stay behind the tower. You could stay a little bit in front, but just play defensive. Use the tower to your advantage. Don't play aggressive like this. Like, Punch as a hook. You need to watch out, SK. Ember Spear with the Maelstrom. Now a Mjolnir. He's got 33k cash, so that's definitely a Mjolnir. But honestly, they can't let this Timbersaw get any more Bloodstone charges. I'm hearing Pudge. Looks like he got a hook on Weaver. Oh my goodness, Weaver, you are way out of position. There goes SK with the ult. I missed that. Oh my goodness, this could not go any worse for the Radiant. Why? They're playing aggressive in a situation they really shouldn't be. They should be passive, fighting at the tower. I'm sure the Dire did want to push that, but either way, Earthshaker getting it all, Pudge hooking him back out of there. Not really the greatest hook, considering they're just smashing. One down. OD's the only one who died here. They might even be able to kill Windrunner. Probably not, though. No, miss on the hook and everything. Oh my goodness. I'd say that was definitely not good for the Radiant. Like, the Radiant, and as I already said, they're in no position to be playing aggressive anymore. The Dire's definitely getting an uphill advantage on them. So I think the best thing the Radiant should do was just play defensive, because I'm pretty sure the Dire was all there. There was no way they weren't going to push that. So they were going to push that. It would have been better to fight at your tower. You could have got the SK ult at the tower and everything. But they decided to take it. They took it out here. They took it out here, you know. Why do that? You've got a tower. Use it. Now you don't have a tower, so now it's even worse. They still have 2 tier 2s if the fights decide to go out here. I doubt the Dire is going to push the tier 3. At least not without an Aegis. That isn't a possibility. They might be going to do that right now. But that's a 23 Bloodstone Charge Timbersaw. He's got his heart. There's the recipe. 1700 gold. We've got an ult on Pudge on creeps. Actually, Pudge is really out of position here. He might need to 4-staff up. He's going to. He'll be fine. He's good. He's good. SK with the blink, unable to use it. This ward was pretty helpful for the Dire too. So, meanwhile down here we've got Invoker burst damaging ES. Little victory there, but not really that important. But they need to take anything they could get at the moment. A lot of trash talking going on. I'm gonna have to do some censoring. Yay! But either way, OD actually, I think he's been trying to get the scepter for a while now. I'd say OD's having the roughest time on the Dire. Although Earthshaker's dying a lot, he's getting some nice fissures and blinks. He's even got the Ghost Scepter now. But I'd say OD's having the most difficult time for the Dire. In terms of the Radiant, they pretty much all are. Shining players, I'd say, would be... It was SK, but not super shining. But he was doing good up until now. Now he's starting to miss ults and stuff, which you really can't be doing. Undying is like top player for them. He's doing really well. He's being very aggressive. It has backfired on him a few times, but otherwise being pretty beneficial to his team. Invoker obviously doing a really good job bursting down people, getting these pickoffs going. Look at this aggression. This is very aggressive. That's a little premature of a blink, but they do get the stun. They're going to bite him off. Nice teleport reactions. One cancels, but they need to get out of here. They're going to maybe run into Pudge. Pudge, actually. This could be bad for him. He's only got one of his teammates here. Here comes Jhin as the other one.
Dire's top tower is
It's 3 on 4. Maybe the Radiant kid makes up the cap here. They're still going to run because they don't really know the numbers. Earthshaker's on his way. He's also got blinks, so... Haste Rune. Picked up by Undying. Ember Spirit really trying to get in here. He does have... He's very carry. He's going for a butterfly next. Nice hook by Pudge. Actually, Pudge, you're in a weird spot. You need to be careful. They don't have wards, though, so I don't think they know about this. Jhin, look at this damage. Nice wind run by Windrunner. She needs to get out there. They need to watch out. Earthshaker going for creeps over here instead. Jhin, look at his damage. I take back everything I said about that Battle Fury. He's doing a lot of right-click damage. I don't think the Dire really needs that, though, but either way, they're going to get this Invoker. He's down. This is not looking good for the Radiant. They were shining in early game. Their mid game was pretty good, but by the end of the mid game, they just started falling off hard. The Dire continuously landing their Earthshaker ults and everything. Radiant missing on SK ults, getting caught out a bit. Weaver, unfortunately, not a huge impact on the Radiant. Like, he's not really doing much for the Radiant. His farm's catching up, but, you know, all you have is the Lincolns. You've really got no damage output. So the Dire's going to take advantage of this. They're probably even going to get this tower. I don't know about Rax. It is a possibility. That's 45 seconds down on the Invoker. Does SK have his ult? He does have his ult, so they might be able to contest this, the Radiant, but the he's even got a Spirit there. These two are staying back just in case they have to. His right-click damage is really good. I'm actually totally taking back what I said about that Battle Fury. It's really helping him to farm the right-click damaging items. Timber... Ooh, misses on the chain. He might be in a little bit of trouble. No, it looks like SK is, and SK doesn't want to die. He's got that ult. They need to keep him alive. But they should force back the Dire here. Radiant doesn't want to go out here. They do deny the tower. That's a little victory. They don't want to push out, though, until they know for sure that the Dire's going back. They do have this one ward, so they will be able to see if Jhin decides to fully retreat. Oh man, I need a glass of water. This is an intense game. Misses on the hook. I think Pudge is, from his 20% accuracy, I'd say, it's probably at about 40 now, maybe 50. There we go, there's another one. Let's make that 50. Nice heals by Invoker. He needs to get out there somehow. Beautiful shackle shot. Here goes the SK ult. You need to blink. Perfect. No, not perfect. Oh my goodness, SK, you missed that. Either way, they do manage to kill Pudge, but, I don't know. I don't think the ult was needed. I think the stun was good enough. Quarterstaff on Jhin. So that He has it. He has it. He has butterfly. So that is a dangerous right clicker. That's for sure. Earthshaker a little bit caught out here, but his ult's making some effective damage, but none of his teammates were around. They really couldn't capitalize off that. Up here, we still have Weaver farming. Let's go to last hits again. So Weaver is top for his team, but it's a little late. Going for that Desolator now. Jin and Ember are doing really well. What's his chart? 27 charges. That is one durable Timbersaw. Heart. He's got 3,800 gold. He could go shivs. I don't think he needs pipe in this scenario. I think if he just keeps going like pure tank items, we'll see what he gets. He's teleporting back. I'm just gonna focus on him for a bit because I'm really intrigued to find out what he's gonna go. Do you have your scepter yet? I think you do. Yes, you do. And you even have dust. Perfect. So Invoker shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Pudge with the blink dagger. Let's check out the Radiance items. We've been a little bit ignorant of their items. Helm of the Iron Will. That's... I have no clue what that's going to be. Veil? If I could spell it. Yeah, it's probably a veil. I think Undying's going pipe. By the looks of it. Invoker... Sheepstick. I think Sheepstick would be great on Invoker at the moment. Because he's already got enough utility as it is. He needs to start disabling. Getting some disables for his team. This is not an engagement they want to look for. There is 4 of the dire here. Do you have that Force Staff? No, OD, you are not close enough. SK, no, you're really out of position. He's just dead. What's the charges now? 28 charges. Mystic Staff. I doubt that's going to be a sheep. That's probably a Shiva's. I don't think this Timbersaw is going to die anytime soon. He really needs to screw up to die. They're going to go for Rosh. There's no way the Radiant can contest this. They do have the ward, so they totally know this is happening. But with SK off the board, there's no way. Undying's Tombstone was pretty much the SK ult of early mid-game. And that's when SK was landing his ults. Now that he's not, and Tombstone's effectiveness has fallen, it's not looking good for the Radiant.
Dire's top tower has
Look at this, just Jin and Ember, that's all they need.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bam.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Windrunner has her Sheepstick. We do remember that she was working on that quite a while ago. It does have drums and phase boots. But it's good that she's finally got the Sheepstick. She could have won a different item and not had it by now. Maybe being a little bit more utility useful. If she got a Force Staff or something. But I do like the Sheepstick pickup. I think she started around the 20-minute mark. It's finally paid off. It's been a while, but having it is really essential. And if Invoker goes Sheepstick, which he went Boots of Travel, so he's still going utility. I don't think you need utility, man. You can blink around the opponents and do all these fancy moves all you want, but I think it comes down to the disables. You need the disables. You need to get rid of Timbersaw and heroes like that from getting their pure burst damage. Mostly Timbersaw and Jin. Earthshaker, OD, and Pudge you could deal with a bit easier. Pudge with the haste rune. Looks like he's going for a scepter now. Weaver does have the Deso. Blades of Attack, he's going for crit. Maybe just a Chrysalis, could be a Daedalus. I think Chrysalis would just be fine. You want to get some items like just more damage output. Daedalus is great, but maybe an MKB or something like that would be a little bit better. Just to ensure that you're getting that damage off. Courier bringing the shivs to Timbersaw. It's in no man's land, but they should be fine. Pudge with the DC. He should be back anytime soon. Jin, what do you have? You had Butterfly last I saw you. So pretty much you have the same items. I don't know if you have that magic wand, but either way. 2,500 gold. Items he could go for. I've seen a lot of Scotties on Ember Spirit. I think that'd be okay now. He's pretty durable. He's got his escapes and everything. But I think you couldn't go wrong with Scotty here. Maybe a Daedalus or that Desolator. But either way. Just gonna speed it up. So it looks like it costs $5 to get 2 more hours at a cafe. That's actually really good pricing. I heard in Korea it's like $1 or $2 for an hour. Just a little irrelevant. How fast is this? Alright, I think I'm back on normal speed. Yes, I am. So let the battle begin. So I think I sped up a little bit and a little bit of an engagement there, but nothing happened. Pudge is still DC'd, but I don't think they need him. They're a pretty tank as it is. Especially Timber. 28 Bloodstone charges. There's a sheep. Who just did that? Windrunner did, but nothing was made of it. She's got 25 seconds. 25 seconds that the Dire could actually do some pushing here, but Weaver's actually doing some nice damage. Undying with the Tombstone. They're going in. They're trying to fight. Jin's actually trying to fight this. He's taking a lot of damage. There goes the Aegis. Nice ult by OD. Beautiful ult by Earthshaker. Actually, not a beautiful. I don't think it really hit anyone there. So he's going to fall. He's used the Ghost Scepter to try and live this. Has the Chrysalis. We're going to talk about items later on, though. Earthshaker does manage to fall to Weaver. So 2 for 1. This is okay for the Radiant, but they did lose their 2 core. Like, a Tombstone SK ult is very important, but they did get those off, I'm pretty sure. Yes, they did, so. Not a whole lot they could do here. Invoker just trying to delay as best as he can. A little bit off on the ice wall there, but there goes the Shiz by Timbersaw. Jin's actually taking some huge damage. Going to instantly... I don't even know what the build he's called. I was just going to say Blink, but either way, they're going for OD. He will fall here. They're actually going to find Jin. Can they pursue this? No, because Timbersaw is just wrecking. Look at him. 30 Bloodstone charges. He needs to get out of here, though. They're actually doing some nice damage to him. But look at this. This is like Invoker with Exort. We've got Weaver with Desolator and like they've got a lot of damage and they're still unable to kill this Timber. This is actually turning around for them. Jin is actually going to get a kill. He's almost dead, but that Maelstrom. Oh my goodness. That was like the worst scenario that could possibly happen for the Radiant there. There was just too much going on. I missed everything. I want to recast that. I totally screwed up. I'm pretty sure Earthshaker missed on his ult. SK I think landed his, which was pretty good. I'm not sure about the Veil though. Pipe on Undying. Look at this Timber, back to full HP. 33 Bloodstone charges. What are you gonna do? He's got beautiful last hits. Let's check out his kills. 15-2. There goes the Undying, trying to get the Tombstone. But as I said, Tombstone's got no effect anymore, especially on like tanky heroes like Timber and Jin with all of his carry items. They just can't do anything to him. I think it takes 5 players just to kill this Timbersaw alone. And then you've got this farm Jin. You've got Earthshaker, who finally messed up on an ult, but otherwise has been landing really solid ults. He's even going Crit Shaker now, which is not pretty, because you don't want him entering a carry status. It's just, that's the last thing you need on your mind. OD is being the most passive, aggressive carry on this team. And they're still winning from it. When he gets online, the late game potential for the Dire is just insanely good. And their early game lanes were actually not that bad. You know, Pudge mid, Timber OD bot, Jin ES top. That's alright. That's okay for pub lanes. I did not mean to do that. That's a nice view of the Centaur's butt though. That we didn't need to see, but either way. Yeah, there's I really wish I could recap on that fight. There was just so much going on and I missed it all. Maybe at the end of the game I might go back to it. It was around the 45-minute mark, so I just think it was pretty crucial to see what happened there. And I'm not moving the camera properly. There we go. They have these Ancients here. 5 of the Dire bot. The Radiant has no idea about this. They're staying together, though. They're playing it a bit safe, but Invoker needs to be very careful. That's going to be a Daedalus on Ember Spirit. Timbersaw, you might as well finish the pipe. Finish your boots, too. You've had, like, basic boots forever. You took apart the Arcane for the Bloodstone, but I think he could go even BOTs. He doesn't need treads. He's already tank enough. There you go. He's going to go right into BOTs. I think you should just finish pipe, too. Might as well. You've got the gold. You're pretty much 6 slotted. Keep 1 space per teleport. Looks like Pudge left.
Holy shit!
And Jin, missing another kill, picks off SK mid. Did he have ult? That's not good. Dire should push on this, honestly. Pipe's on Undying. He's doing okay. I really like Undying's plays. He did really well early in mid-game, but Undying falls off pretty hard late game. Even if you get a Scepter on him, there's just not a lot of Undying can do late game. He's pretty much just, not utility, but support items with Magic, Pipe, and stuff like that. once he gets a shivs, he's alright too. But they will pick off Jhin. That's a pretty good victory for the Radiant. Even going for Earthshaker, this Weaver's finally getting some damage output 48 minutes into the game. Alacrity on Weaver's actually pretty dangerous. He should be able to pick off this Earthshaker. He will. They're going for OD. Look at his damage to OD. He's even cutting down OD. You're gonna have to force staff out there to live. This is a small victory for the Radiant. They need to make something happen. There's 3 down. Punch is disconnected. Timber is literally the last person here. If they can kill Timber, that would be huge. He's got shivs. Is he going to use it? No. Beautiful shackle by Windrunner. This is what I was talking about. They need this 5-man versus Timbersaw. It's not 5, it's 4. But it's doing the job. He's going to Timber chain out. They're going to use the AFK punch to try and save him. Might even suicide the punch just to help him out. Get the ult off with the disable. Yes, they will. They're going to suicide to save Timber. A little bit of a cheat play. Timber, why are you going back into this? No, Timber, what are you doing? No one's alive. No. You might be able to get a kill here, but it's not worth it. Oh, my goodness. Finally kills Timbersaw. That is 1,425 gold going towards the Invoker. Also, Bloodstone charges down to 22. That's still a lot of Bloodstone charges, but... Radiant, you need to push on this. You need to push. You need to not go back. There's 3 dead. It's going to be just 1 eventually. Oh my goodness, Ember Spirit just cuts him down. This is an intense game. I'm losing my breath. Very intense. Really early. Their early game was pretty even though the Radiant was... Actually, you know what? The Radiant was ahead early game. Mid game was even. Near the end of late mid game, that's when we started seeing changes. The Dire making the comebacks. That's a bit foolish of Timber, though. He got saved by Pudge, and then he just went back in. You knew the DPS was there. Nothing was changing. No one was alive. Ember Spirit even falling. Can the Radiant make a comeback now that Weaver's damage is up? It's possible. It's 47 to 53. It's actually considered an even game in terms of KDR. Check out the farm. Dire's still in the lead. Radiant's a little bit behind. So, no, I wouldn't say their farm's even. I'd say the Dire's ahead in farm. Kills, though, it's even. Let's check out EXP per minute. So we've got 645 EXP per minute coming out of the... Again, it's pretty much Timber Jhin at the top. If I do GPM, Timber Jhin, Timber's actually ahead of Jhin. It's pretty static, you know. Invoker, Weaver, Windrunner are pretty much in this territory. On the board, if that made any sense. Pudge still doesn't have a scepter because he's finally reconnected, so we get to see him online now. Everyone's kind of split up. The Dire's starting to concave down here at bottom on the minimap. A lot of trash talking going on this game. A lot of censoring I gotta do, which kind of sucks because it's a long game. But at least the teams are communicating alright. Ooh, nice shackle shot. No, you're dead, OD. You're dead. Here comes Timber trying to make something happen, but it's just literally Timber Earthshaker. Earthshaker needs to get a sick ult going off here because Timber's I think he's waiting for the moment. No, actually, he's being chased by Weaver. He's got to teleport out. He should be fine. Dire's playing a little bit sloppy. There's small kills. It might be possible for the Radiant to win this, actually. I mean, technically on the board, they're not making anything happen. Like, you know, they're not ahead in farm. Kills, yes, they're catching up in kills, but nothing's really happening out of the Radiant, even though they're getting these pickoffs. What the Radiant needs to do is, after these pickoffs, they need to get concrete damage going. They need to push mid, get this middle tower, chip at it away, maybe go for Roshan after you get these 3 kills. But all they're doing is farming off this. And their heroes are not really farm heroes. Weaver, yes, that's it. Invoker, you've already met your potential. You've got an MKB even. Windrunner's got her sheep. She could start getting, like, she's going Orkin now. Maybe 4 staff eventually. But, you know, compared to the Dire's farm, like, you know, an OD with farm is scary. A Jhin with farm, proven wrong by me, is scary. Timber obviously is scary with farm. Earthshaker, you know, once you get Refresher and stuff, he's going Crit Shaker, though. That's scary. These are scary heroes with farm. The Radiant is not as scary. So I think they need to start doing 5-man pushes and stuff with pickoffs, though. So I wouldn't be doing a 5-man push against a 5-man on the Dire, because if the Dire sets up perfectly, they should be able to win this fight. Timber's even split pushing to split them up, and they got Invoker down here bot. So, you know, the Radiant needs to be even more careful. I'm actually surprised how well Weaver does against Ember Spirit in terms of damage, because he has a lot of right-click items, Ember Spirit, but he's still falling pretty hard because he's literally only going for right-click, which Weaver is now doing. But he's going Daedalus. He doesn't have that MKB as, like, earlier I said he should just stop at the Chrysalis and go MKB. Mostly because Jin's Butterfly, but he still wants to just go pure damage. Luck damage. Get those crits. Pudge nowhere near his Scepter. Unless if he has it on the courier. No, he doesn't. Daedalus and stuff. Just go into the secret shop. Need to watch out, though, because Undying can pick this off. He's going to see it. He should be able to pick it off. Oh, smart play, kind of. Not really. It's just... it's actually delivering it to the hero. It's too fast for Undying to kill. I wouldn't even do it Undying. It's not worth it anymore. He got his item. There goes Rosh to the Radiant. This is what I was talking about. These are the plays the Radiant needs to be making. I just back off completely off that. Defend top against Timber. You might even be able to pick off Timber as 5.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We'll see what they do. This is a DD. I would have put that on Undying. Excuse me. Timber gonna back out.
Top tower has fallen.
I would have put that on Weaver and Invoker. He's pretty low. He has Aegis though. Okay, he is going MKB. I thought he was going Daedalus. He's changed his mind. I think he saw the Jhin with the Butterfly and he's going for it. They're trying to chase this Invoker here, but he's got a lot of utility. He should be fine. Look at that. That's like race car Invoker. Doesn't even have drums. He's just ripping. Who has drums on this team? I thought I saw someone with them. Yeah, Windrunner has drums. On this team, it is... no one. They don't have drums. Jhin trying to get some kills off here. The Radiant, you need to fight in your base. They really need to fight in your base. I mean, pretty critical for late game, but I really think that if the Radiant just plays this out properly, they can win this, because they have been getting these pickoffs from the Dire just, you know, not staying together, wandering in the jungle alone of the Radiant. And they're getting pickoffs, so I think if the Radiant, now that they've got this little advantage from these pickoffs, if they just 5-man properly and don't screw up on the ults, then they can win this. The Dire's just had enough. They're gonna 5-man push top. This might be the last bit of the game here. So we'll see what happens. Pudge, if Pudge gets a hook and forces the Radiant out, this could be bad for the Radiant, especially if SK doesn't land the ult. SK is so important. He cannot die here. He needs to stay back and just chill out. You know, Invoker and them are pretty... oh my goodness, Invoker just picking off Jhin. They're going to take this fight outside. Let's see if it works. There goes the Shiv's guard. There's the nice ult by Earthshaker. Does hit Undying and Windrunner, but SK has only hit one person with this ult. Nice Yules by Invoker, trying to keep himself alive on these 3. They're actually going to pick off Jhin too. This is going good for the Radiant, but they don't have that SK ult, so you need to be careful. This is a 24 Bloodstone charge Timbersaw. They're going to go for him. There goes Windrunner. Beautiful Orchid. Invoker doing some max DPS here. Meanwhile, they're only going for Weaver over here, and Weaver's actually getting kills. This is not looking good for the Dire. They're actually falling pretty hard here. They're now... oh, beautiful! They even get the Timbersaw. Excellent job by the Radiant. They even didn't get full max potential there. They only got one SK ult off on one person. Sorry. That's what I meant. Not one SK ult. They got the SK ult off on one person only. And look at that. They still killed them. They need to make stuff happen here, though. They need to do pushing. But their base is pushed in. Look at this. Look at this creep wave bottom. This is not good. Windrunner's low in HP to really do much about this. She's going to get a power shot off on all those. But still not enough. That tower's going to fall. Unable to deny in the time, but here comes Weaver with his DPS. Damn, that sucks, because the Radiant's now finally starting to pull ahead here. They're making smarter plays and stuff. Undying's doing really good. That Tombstone was actually pretty helpful here. Going for the Necronomicon, that's a smart idea. Just to help push out these lanes, because pretty much whenever they win engagement, they can't push mid, because their base is all pushed in. You know, racks are dead here. These racks are going to be the next target. And Dire's got some nice aggressive wards going on here, even up here on the cliff. Very key ward here. Timbersaw is 16 Bloodstone charges. He's not looking so scary anymore. He's got a BKB. Still hasn't finished that pipe, but he's got a lot of gold. I think he's just saving up, you know, maybe for something crazy. Weaver, no, you can't die here. He's getting out. Undying might just sacrifice his life for him, but that's okay. That's a good sacrifice. There's 4 of them here. There's only 2 of the Dire. Maybe they could turn on this. They're not quite sure if anyone else is around. Invoker's pushing mid too. So, Daedalus on Earthshaker, so we've got Crit Shaker going on here. Might see a Shadow Blade coming out of him. Pudge does have force that blink. He's going to force. He's not going to blink, though. Does miss on the hook. There goes the Shackle Shot. Beautiful Shackle Shot. She's going to just throw out a Power Shot. Needs to be a little bit careful. Dire's starting to group up a bit. We do have Earthshaker and OD mid here. Rod of Atos. Nice silence on Timber. They will pick off Pudge. Here we go. There's the BKB. It's only 2 of the Dire here. The Dire, what? They're really playing greedy. You know, they should be doing 5-man. They're not even winning 5-mans anymore. There goes Weaver getting a kill on him. The Radiant can maybe make this possible. They just need to get this push after this. Here we go. There goes the Shackle Shot. EMP. Beautiful ult by Earthshaker. It actually only hits Undying. I just love saying beautiful ult by Earthshaker. I'm being a little bit biased, but either way, they do manage to pick off Undying. The Radiant is really starting to pull ahead here. This is not good from the Dire. They're very sloppy. You know, taking a fight while 2 of them are back here. What's the purpose of that? You're starting to lose 5-man fights. You have this game. You just need to get racks. They need in the Dire situation. They need a 5-man push, and just get. Earthshaker's actually pulling an SK here. He's starting to miss his ults. He's only hitting one person with his ults too, and that's basically what SK's been doing this whole late game. So, I think what I truly think is that if either Earthshaker or SK, if one of them lands even a 3-man ult, they hit 3 people with their ult, I think that team's gonna win that team fight. If they do 5-on-5. I think that's what's gonna determine a game. Because if the Radiant gets a 5-man SK ult, like if they push and they get a 5-man SK ult or like 3-man whatever, they're already winning with just 1-man SK ults. So if they get 3, that's so much damage. That's just benefiting their team. And in terms of the Radiant, the Dire, Earthshaker gets one of those, that's easily racks. They've already got the towers down, then the rack's pretty much injured. Pudge can maybe get a decent hook. He's got, still doesn't have that scepter. Sorry. I'm really tired from all the talking.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's Courier needs to watch out. Oh, Timber! Beautiful! Nice pick off by Timber. You need to watch out. Everyone's kind of all over the map. They do see Invoker here. He doesn't have Blink. Uh-oh. There's the ult by Pudge. This is not good. This is not good. There goes SK trying to save him. This is worse, actually. Because if SK dies here, they're going in one at a time. Here they go. They're finally meeting up, but Invoker is down. It's 3-on-2. Maybe they can turn this around. Pudge actually not going to die here, but yes, he will die. The Power Shot kills him, plus the silence while his Rot was active. Timber's just going to teleport out. There's no stuns for him Undying. He really can't do anything to stop that. 1 for 1. Pudge for Invoker. I'd say that's in favor of the Dire, though. Invoker's worth a lot more than this Pudge's. Sheesh, what a long game. A lot of passive play from the Dire. I guess they're just playing it safe, just farming, waiting till everyone has the perfect items. Even though he's going Crit Shaker, I think Earthshaker should be going a Refresher here. Jin's actually lost a lot of purpose in this game. He pretty much only went for DPS items, but he's getting bursted down pretty quickly. But look at that creep wave. That didn't last. So yeah, I think Jin's lost a little bit of purpose here. He's going for BKB, it looks like, which is a smart item. That could be an SNY, but it's most likely a BKB, and that is really smart because it's not so much their Weaver's right-click damage is hurting Jin a lot, but I think it's the abilities. They're just really pummeling Jin. But Weaver does have that MKB, so his right-click damage really is some serious business to him. Invoker's down for another 10 seconds. It looks like we have 3 of the Dire here pushing. It should be more than this, but maybe they could get something done because none of the Radiant are here. They're actually they're pretty much giving up these racks. I guess they don't know that all the Dire aren't here. But I think they could have contested this. I don't think they should have given up that racks. Either way, they're going to try now. SK's going to back up, just saving his ult. He still has Blink ult. They're going to be able to get down that Jin. See, there's what I was talking about. That was mostly magical with the Cold Snap and everything, Once you get BKB going, Jin's going to be surviving a lot more fights. Going to be able to get that right-click damage going again. But most of this late game, Jin's really fallen hard.
Unstoppable.
Weaver getting another kill. Missed it on Pudge. Is that DD Weaver? Yes, it is DD Weaver. So that is a dangerous Weaver. Radiant, 2 more kills. You need to make something happen. Come on, Radiant. Push mid. Push mid. You could do this. I'm being biased, but they could truly do this. They're farming. These two are pushing mid. I think they've understood that they need to make something happen here. Odie's not serving a whole lot of purpose. Shivs on Timbersaw. I don't know what item he's going to get rid of for that. BKB's nice, but I don't think it's needed on Timbersaw. You could probably get rid of that. Just put it in your inventory for the time being. Radiant's finally pushing. 2 of them are still down. It's not for long, but they need this. They need to do something. They can't just sit back. Yes, their base is probably going to get pummeled, but they've already lost 2 of their melee racks.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's just... Radiant's got to do something, and they're finally doing it. 64 minutes into the game. This is a really long game. But the thing is, can they? They've been fighting against 3-mans all game long.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Nah, Pudge, that didn't work out so well for you. But like I said, the Radiant have pretty much only been going against 3-mans, so... Can they go up against the full potential 5-man of the Dire?
Fallen.
Like I said, in my opinion, it's if SK gets the perfect ult, or if Earthshaker does. That's going to determine who's going to win this game. Radiant's really behind, so they really can't lose a fight, or they're just going to lose the game. It's going to be Mega Creeps. And if the Radiant wins a fight, you know, I wouldn't go for Megas. If I was the Radiant, I'd just push in. But in terms of buyback, you know, he doesn't have buyback. He doesn't. Nope. Timber does. So maybe it could work for the Radiant. If they just get that perfect team fight, they go mid, they chop this down, win the game. We'll see. They're going to be pushing mid. Looks like Timber's just pushing in this lane. This lane at bot naturally is going to push in. So this is the fight the Dire needed. They need to stop just going around, splitting up, and actually taking fights. Look at this damage. Holy cow, Weaver does a lot of damage. You need to be careful, Weaver. You don't want to go this far in. Careful, Weaver. There we go. Earthshaker with the Ghost Scepter, making sure he doesn't take any damage. There's the ult. Weaver is in huge trouble. No one else there to help him out. Timber just keeping them back. This actually might just be GG for the Radiant. There goes Undying. Misses on the hook. Gets the Tombstone. But no pipe activated. There's still no pipe. SK with the ult. Oh, no. Completely. That's like that's like the worst ult they could have possibly got. They're not going to get that Radiant's Courier, but Earthshaker still has his ult. I don't even think he needs it. Radiant just got cut down. They tried going for Jhin and it just didn't work out. He's going to get out there at pretty low HP. Back over here to this fight. There's the Earthshaker ult. Hits 2 of them. There we go. That's game. There's no way the Radiant can save this. Do we have buyback? No buyback on him. No buyback. No buyback. No buyback. And she is still alive, but no buyback on her either. 4 dead on the Radiant. Here goes Pudge. There goes Earthshaker. Getting the stun. There's the ult by Pudge. There's another stun. Bam! Crit Shaker. She's out of here. That's game. Mega Creeps. No doubt about it. 83 seconds on the Windrunner. 82. Damn. That was looking so good for the Radiant too. The Dire got really sloppy. They started just like, you know, they weren't even fighting. They were just like, they were just like going into and dying, and that gave the Radiant a bit of hope. But this was pretty much the Dire's game as of late game. They got sloppy, but they decided to pick up their act and counter sloppy the Radiant. Or something like that. I'm so confused. This game was very confusing. It was this early game. Early game, it was really good. But like early game was very entertaining. Lots of roam ganks and stuff like that. Mid game was pretty good too. But late game, it just both teams they really got sloppy. Like it was like the Radiant was sloppy, which pretty much cost them the game at that point. I'd say around the 40-minute mark. Then it went counter, so between 50, 60, maybe even 65-minute mark, the Dire got sloppy. They just started like roaming in the jungle as 2, and the Radiant was just getting solid pickoffs. They didn't even have 5 people getting these pickoffs either. It was just like Invoker, Weaver, and Windrunner getting these pickoffs, and it's like, it's like, why are you doing this, Star? You could either sit back and farm as 5, you could push as 5. But yeah, and then it got sloppy at the end there, where the Radiant just kind of like, Weaver got really greedy, ran out into 5 of them alone, totally backfired. No one else was there. And then it followed up with like Undying did the same thing. SK missing. SK didn't get any ults late game. There was just no ults from SK landed late game. Earthshaker landed them early and mid game. Actually, no, SK didn't even land ults most of this entire game. I think he landed a few early game, but he really didn't land too many ults, which was very crucial to his team. He did good early game ganking, but the ult's really important. Earthshaker early and mid game, just his ults were beautiful. He got sloppy late game, but it worked out. So good game, confusing game, but good game. So with that being said, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time.